Flight 513's journey was meant to be a routine trip to Brazil, but things took a mysterious turn when it vanished, only to reappear 35 years later under astonishing circumstances. This peculiar event continues to puzzle and intrigue us. Shortly, I'll delve into the details of how and why this aircraft made such an unexpected landing. It's not uncommon for aircraft to go missing. Typically, they are later discovered either at sea or crashed in some isolated area. Yet, what makes Flight 513's story stand out is the complete lack of clues about its whereabouts until its bizarre reappearance. But first, let's explore the events leading up to this enigmatic disappearance. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. On September 4, 1954, Santiago Airlines Flight 513 was set to depart from West Germany, heading to Porto Alegre, Brazil, a journey expected to last 18 hours. This flight was part of the airline's regular schedule, with daily routes between Germany and Brazil, and nothing about it seemed out of the ordinary. The flight carried 88 passengers, everyday people, along with 4 crew members, totaling 92 souls on board. As the aircraft ascended into the sky, all appeared normal. However, a few hours into its journey, while flying over the Atlantic Ocean, the plane mysteriously disappeared. It was no longer visible on radar, and communication with air traffic control was lost. The initial belief was that the plane might have malfunctioned and crashed into the ocean. Consequently, a search operation was launched, involving planes skimming close to the ocean surface, but they found no trace of Flight 513. The search expanded to include boats and eventually a submarine, scouring the depths for any sign of the aircraft. Despite these extensive efforts, no remnants of the plane were found, leaving everyone to wonder. If it didn't crash into the ocean, then where exactly did Flight 513 go? Over 3 decades later, on October 12, 1989, an enigmatic scene unfolded at Porto Alegre Airport in Brazil. A mysterious plane, not on the schedule, appeared on radar, perplexing air traffic controllers amidst the airport's bustling activity. The aircraft, bearing the unmistakable logo of the defunct Santiago Airlines, which had ceased operations in 1956, was attempting an unscheduled landing. Attempts to communicate with the plane went unanswered. On landing, the authorities noted its surprisingly well-preserved condition despite its age. The still-running engines after touchdown added to the intrigue. With caution, the authorities moved towards the aircraft, preparing to uncover the secrets behind the unexpected and anachronistic arrival of this plane. When the authorities opened the aircraft's doors, they were met with a haunting sight they'd never forget. Inside, they discovered 92 perfectly preserved skeletons. The 82 passengers were still in their seats, belted in, and the 4 crew members, including the pilot, Captain Miguel Victor Curry, were in their respective positions. The most eerie sight was in the cockpit, where Captain Curry's skeletal remains were still gripping the controls. Realizing this was Flight 513, which had disappeared 35 years earlier, the Brazilian government immediately initiated an investigation into this bizarre incident. However, they remained tight-lipped, only confirming that the plane was indeed the one that had departed from West Germany 35 years prior. Despite launching an investigation, the government remained silent on any findings or leads. They also declined to comment on Dr. Kelso Atello's theory, which suggested that the plane might have encountered a time warp, offering a possible explanation for its mysterious journey and sudden reappearance. The enigmatic tale of Flight 513 has sparked debate over whether it's a government cover-up or an elaborate hoax. This suspicion intensified after the Weekly World News, known for its fictional stories, reported on Flight 513, paralleling a similar narrative from a 1961 The Twilight Zone episode, The Odyssey of Flight 33. The tabloid's credibility was already in question due to a 1985 article about the fictional reappearance of Pan Am Flight 914 after 37 years. The similarities between these stories led many to doubt the authenticity of the Flight 513 account. With no substantial evidence to confirm its disappearance in 1954 or reappearance in 1989, except for a single newspaper clipping from 1989, the truth remains shrouded in mystery. leaving room for speculation and giving the story the benefit of the doubt in the absence of solid proof. Accepting the premise that Flight 513's bizarre saga indeed took place, we're confronted with the enigmatic question: where did the plane disappear to for 35 years? Around the globe, there are numerous instances of aircraft, ships, and people vanishing without explanation, like in the Bermuda Triangle, an area notorious for such mysteries. Various theories have been proposed over the years, and Flight 513's case is no exception. One intriguing hypothesis is the involvement of wormholes. When news of Flight 513's reappearance at Porto Alegre Airport broke, several scientists and intellectuals suggested the possibility that the aircraft might have entered a wormhole or a vortex, a concept associated with parallel universes. Such vortices are theorized to be capable of transporting objects, light, and time to different realms. This theory was highlighted by the fact that upon landing, the plane was found with 92 skeletal remains, indicating that time and aging progressed normally for the passengers, while the aircraft itself remained in pristine condition. Dr. Kelso Otello, in particular, championed the idea that the plane had passed through a wormhole, suggesting that the Brazilian government was concealing evidence of this. He argued that wormholes have been a reality for over 3 decades, allowing for phenomena that defy conventional understandings of physics, space, and time. However, it's important to note that there is no concrete evidence confirming the existence of wormholes, much less that Flight 513 or any other plane has traversed one. This aspect of the story, like many others, remains firmly in the realm of speculation and unproven theories. The recurring theme of wormholes often emerges whenever an airplane goes missing, yet the lack of tangible evidence always leads to a dead end. The enigma surrounding Flight 513 is no different, leaving us to ponder if its story was ever grounded in reality. Over the years, other aircraft have also mysteriously vanished, with Malaysia Flight 370 in 2014 being a prominent example. Despite extensive searches and significant resources expended, no trace of Flight 370 has been found, making it one of the most baffling modern aviation mysteries. Flight 370 remains the most recent notable case of an airplane disappearance that hasn't been resolved. However, long before the 1989 re-emergence of Flight 513, another peculiar incident occurred in the 1970s involving National Airlines Flight 727. This flight experienced a bizarre event when it was only 10 minutes away from landing at Miami International Airport. It's at this juncture that the story takes an odd twist, adding another layer to the lore of unexplained aviation occurrences. In a dramatic turn of events reminiscent of classic aviation mysteries, National Airlines Flight 727 suddenly vanished from radar screens while approaching Miami International Airport. The control tower lost all communication with the aircraft, and repeated attempts to establish contact went unanswered. Assuming a technical failure, search parties were being prepared, but then, just as suddenly, the plane reappeared on the radar. When contacted, the pilot and co-pilot expressed confusion, unaware of any problems. They reported no difficulties during the flight and were baffled by the tower's concern about a missing 10 minutes. The mystery deepened when, upon landing, it was discovered that all the clocks on the plane, as well as the watches worn by passengers and crew, were 10 minutes behind the actual time. This incident adds another layer to the enigmatic occurrences in aviation history, including the perplexing case of Flight 513. The latter, with its bizarre tale of disappearing and reappearing 35 years later with 92 skeletons on board, continues to captivate and mystify. And so, we reach the end of our journey through the shadowy realm of aviation mysteries, where planes vanish and reappear, leaving us with more questions than answers. Thank you for joining us on this intriguing exploration. If you enjoy delving into these aviation mysteries and want to explore more enigmas with us, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What mystery should we unravel next? Your suggestions and insights are always welcome. Thank you for watching.